Hello YouTube friends, Ben.o.cichlid here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And today we have the Everything series installment on the big boys. In my last Everything video, I concentrated on the peacocks in my collection. And today we're going to look at the bigger fish, what are sometimes called the predator haps, and some other fish that actually take on some good size. So let's take a look at those. And definitely, if you like this series, hit that like button below, and be sure to hit that bell and subscribe and share and rate and all that good stuff. I do read your comments, you know that, and if you're part of that Convo Gang and get into conversations below my video, I enjoy those too. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in, and let's jump into taking a look at the big boys. All right, thank you. So of course the boss of this tank is this beast right there, the Venusus, who's acting a little bit shy. He'll get around 10 inches, maybe a little more. He is the boss of this tank. One who's trying to be the boss is this Malawi trout. Beautiful fish. Picked him up from the wonder of Cichlids. They all seem to be congregating in the right side here. They're a little startled. The lights just came on. There was some movement in the room. And this eye biter definitely gets a lot of comments. He has some beautiful, beautiful coloration. Picked him up from the Cichlid shack over in Arizona, James Largo. This Fusco you see there is he'll get up around maybe 9 inches or so. He was picked up originally from, believe it or not, as a little 1-inch fry. Yeah, come on out. He's usually a camera hog. He was picked up from Tampa Bay Cichlids. I knew they had a good strain of Fuscos because I'd gotten one from them before. So I went ahead and ordered another baby and grew this guy out. He'll get up around 9 inches. Not as big as the Venusus, and certainly not as beefy, as thick as the Venusus. I have a Haplochromis in here. You probably would do better in the 100. Eventually I probably should take him out and put him in the 100. Haplochromis johnsoni. There's a hawk back there that I am positive is a female, and she will be going out, probably being sold or given away and replaced by a male hawk that I picked up from the Cichlid shack. Grew this fish out from a fry. She's a good fish. Somebody should get her and breed her. I also have another fish that probably should be in the 100 and probably ultimately will go back there, and that's this Taiwan reef. Big Taiwan reef. Can hold his own, but he'd probably be happier in a tank where he wasn't so subdominant. Malawi trouts are beautiful. This trout will probably be 12 inches, or will probably end up being the longest fish in the tank. And this hawk, or rather this eye biter, he'll probably get around 9 to 10 inches, maybe even a little bigger. Beautiful fish. Hanging back a little bit. I think he tried to wrestle away the top spot from the Venusus and got slapped down pretty good. So he's being a little shy. Usually you've seen him in my videos. He's usually pretty active and pretty aggressive. Those are the big boys in this tank. Some fish in the 100 that will eventually be coming over include the livingstonii here. A confirmed male was brought over from the 60 because he just started outgrowing and becoming much more aggressive than the other fish in that tank. Was moved here to the 100, and you can see he's got some great color in the face, some good markings. He definitely belongs in that 150. Other fish that are in here that need to go to the 150 eventually include the Buccochromis nodotaenius. I have 3 of them in here. Here's one of them. Hopefully out of those 3, one of them will turn out to be a male. Hopefully this one. I also have in here, of course, a hawk. This hawk right here. You can see he's over 5 inches. He's got some nice blue on the gill plates. Picked him up from the cichlid shack, and he will be going over to that 150 at some point. I have an Ochart and genus in here too. This one here, he'll get very big. I'm just not sure if he has the temperament for being in that 150. It's a very peaceful fish, keeps to his own, and I'm just not sure if he has the attitude for that 150. I would hate to put him over there and have him get all beat up. In the 60-gallon, I have a sand diver that will get up around 10 inches and eventually will need to get into the 150. He'll probably go there via the 100. He'll probably spend some time there, already coloring up and showing some great potential. You can see the metallic color showing up on his body. Very active, very peaceful. A little concerned about his temperament. They can be kind of big, goofy fish, a little bit like that exogenus. I'm not sure if he's got the temperament for the 150 and to be in there with the Nimbochromis, but we'll see. We'll see. He certainly gets big enough, and he is considered a predator hap. We'll see if he has the attitude to be in that 150. I'm not going to put him into a tank where if I feel he's going to be destroyed. It's a beautiful specimen. Look at the markings on his tail and his dorsal. He's going to be a gorgeous, I mean, he already is, but he's going to be even more a gorgeous sand diver. There's also in this tank a Malawi gar. See him right there? Little Malawi gar I got from the cichlid shack. Hoping that's a male. He's got some great markings on him. Fingers crossed. I'd like to add a linny to the collection, but linnies also can be very mild in their temperament. I'm not sure if a linny would go well with those Nimbochromis and that, with the Venusus, Fusco, the eye biters. Looking to see this gar color up. They do take a long time to color up. That was one of the fish that came up in that discussion in the Coffee and Cichlids segment, that the gars were one of the fish that take a long time to color up. Oh my God, look at these colors. Holy moly. There's Photoshop. Yes, he's real. So those are the big boys and one of the big girls as well. And I will be adding to that collection, as you know, not just from the fish that are going to be growing out in my smaller tanks and then moving to this tank, but also I'm going to be ordering some bigger fish that will come in already colored up as adults, right around that 5-inch range. They can go right into this tank, but not really challenge the Venusus. For those of you who watched my last live broadcast, the coffee and cichlids broadcast, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that sub button, don't like, whatever you want to do. And you are appreciated for stopping by regardless. Thank you so much. You do rock, my friends. You know I mean that. And I appreciate you contributing to the conversations below. Bye-bye.